Alright guys, welcome back to part 3 of our Java with SQL tutorials. Now in this part we're going to be making, for a start, we're going to be making our login page, or a login window. So let's open up NetBeans. Alright, so this is what we made in the last tutorial. We connected our application to our database, but we haven't tested it yet. In this video we're going to see that it works. So yeah, this class, like I said, we're not going to be using it. We're only going to be using this class from other classes because of what's in here. It connects our application to the database. So let's get started. First thing, we're going to make a new class. So we're going to main, and then we're going to click new JFrame form. Name the JFrame anything one. I'm going to call that launch, and I'm going to click finish. Okay, now that we have this made, for now we're not going to I'm not going to design it too well because we're simply creating a login page. Well, it's not really going to do anything. When we click the login button, all it's going to tell us is, hey, you logged in successfully. But it's not really going to do anything. I'm going to show you how to, do that in the next tutorial. Okay, so the first thing, obviously, we're going to need a 2 JText fields at least. So where is it? JText field. So just drag them in here. So like so. I'm gonna clear the text. Give it a variable name of user name. Bring another text field, and we're gonna clear that. Give it a variable name, and then we're gonna need a J button, or just a button. So get a button. I'm just gonna this is just for this is just to test it if it works. Later on, we're gonna redesign this application. Hold on a minute. I got a call. Alright, excuse me for that. I know I should be more professional and not pick up those, but I didn't even know my phone was there. Anyways, like I said, this is only going to be a test little layout, so later on we're going to clean it up. So just make it small now because it's simply a test, like I said. A couple of things. I'm going to change the font. No, I actually shouldn't be doing that. But one thing I'm going to do is go down here to code on the JFrame. So hold on a minute. Click on the JFrame, and then go to the properties and go to code, and then go to generate pack and go generate resize code, and then yeah, that's pretty much it. So now if we click build and run, or I mean just clean and build, and then we click run, we will get our application like so, which is it's a bit messed up on the bottom actually, but anyways, we got our application. Now let me see what the problem is down here. Oh, okay, let's see now. I hate the way this thing does that. Yeah, I think I know what the problem is. Okay. This type of layout is just really stupid sometimes, you know that? But anyways, let's see if it works now. Okay, I don't what the hell is going on? I don't know. Oh wait, I think I know what's going on actually. 400. I think it's in the code. Click on the JFrame again, go into the code. Let me just make this 500 by, I don't know, 200. Excuse me very much. 500 by, whoa, 200. This turned out to be a terrible video. But anyways, so just clean and build and then click run. And okay, good enough. Who cares? Okay, so we have a little layout. So it's a little login button, not much, not too serious. Now for the coding. Now what we want to do is when this button is clicked, when the login button is clicked, we want to get the text from in here, from our username field, and the text from the second field, and then check if it corresponds with any type of username and password in our database. So that's what we want to do. So to do that, I guess you could put labels up here. Like I said, again, later on I'm going to be redesigning this application. Right now we're just testing. Okay, so go to events, action performed. Okay, so now for the coding. Luckily I have it pre-built, so I'm only going to be talking, not typing. So okay, the first thing we want to do, well, before you do anything, you're going to need a couple things. Let me put the thing right there. Okay, you're going to need a couple things. You're going to need some imports. So I got my little thing here. You're going to need these imports, which I'm going to copy right now. You're going to need these imports right here. Wait, is that right? Yeah. You're going to need all these imports. So import these, Java, SQL, all those, right? Then what we need next is, let me delete that right here so it doesn't take up. Next we need to make 3 variables, just like we did in our DB Connect. Let me put it in the NetBeans and I'll explain. We want to make this right about there. Hold on a minute. Okay, now let me explain. Well, we made a connection variable and we named it con, like we always do, and we set it to null. We made a result set, and we set its name to rs, and we click null. And we made a prepare statement and ps, and we set it to null. These we are going to use to access our database, and yeah, pretty much access our database. That's what we're going to be using these for. Make sure it's right under your public class, so right up there and right below it, because we want these to be the first thing that to be made when this class is launched. Next, we need to put something else in here, right where it says public, and then my class name is launch. If yours is John, it's going to say public John. Right in here, when it says init components, right above it, you're going to put this in. You're going to put this in. Okay, what we did right here is as soon as this class launches, what we did was we set this variable, which we made this connection variable con, and we set its value to dbconnect.connectDB. Now, if that should ring a bell, because remember the other class that we made in the second tutorial, which was this class where we connected our database, we connected our application to the database, right? So we made our class name, my class name was dbconnect, right? And we made a method that was called connectDB. And remember when I said the reason we're making this method is so when we're in other classes, we can just call that method and it will do all the job for us. So that's what we're doing right here. So what we did was we called the class, and then we said dot, and we put in the method name, which is connectDB. So now, as soon as this class launches, immediately it's going to do this code right here. Okay. Let's go down now, down to when the button is clicked. Now, when the button is clicked, this is what we're going to be doing. It's quite long. So, let me get it. Good thing is, I don't spend time typing. I just okay. First thing first. Let's see how long have I got left. Okay, I need to do this in about 3 minutes. Okay. So first thing first, we made a string variable and we named it SQL, and we set it. Okay. Basically, usually what you do is you make a variable, you make a string, and you put in what commands you want for the database. This language that you see right in here, that's not really Java, that's actually MySQL. So this is where MySQL kicks in. So we say select this asterisk, this means all, so we say select all from our table name that we made in SQLite in our first tutorial, which was called users, and we say select all from users where the username is equal to this question mark is we don't know, so we're gonna set a value to it later, and we say where the username is equal to question mark and where the password is equal to question mark. Okay, these question marks, we're gonna tell what these question marks are later on in the code. Then you do a try and catch statement like so. In the catch we just do exception E and the usual J option pane. This finally, I'll talk about that in a minute. Okay, now inside our, let me go down, bring this right there. Okay, so inside our try statement, a try block, we do PS, which was the prepared statement that we made up here, right? So we say PS equals con.prepare statement SQL, and remember, this SQL is this right here, this string SQL we made, which has this command in it. So what we do is we say the prepared statement is equal to con, which is the connection, prepare the statement that, and the state inside. You could just put everything in here, so you could just do this. You could actually do this. See, you can actually do this, right? But it's not very optimal, and I don't recommend you do it. So I recommend you make a string variable, and then you put in the string variable in here, and whatever is inside that string should be your MySQL commands, what you want to do in the database. Next we say ps.setString. Now this is very important. Notice that we have two. Remember when I said the username is equal to question mark, and then I said password equals question mark. This is where we do this. So we say ps set the string, and it's the first one, right? So set the first string, which is username, and we say username.getText. Now you might not know what this is. This is actually this right here. The first text field, the variable name is username. So we say get the text from this text field, and yeah, so what we do is we set the username in here, and we set it to the value that's in the text field, and then we do it again for the password. So we say ps.setString, and we say number 2 this time because we want this one. So we say number 2, and we get variable name from in here, which is pass for the second text field, which is our password, and then we say get the text from there. So we set the two of them, and then finally we end it off and we say rs, which was the results set that we made, and we say rs equals ps execute query. Execute query is basically execute the command, or do the command basically, right? You gotta have this. Sometimes you just say execute, or but for this you say execute query, and two of these. Now after that we have this right here, right? So you do if rs.next. I don't really understand this rs.next business, but you kind of need it in some places, but in this you need it. If you can Google it if you want, but anyways, so you say if rs.next, and you put two empty parameters, and then we do jOptionPane.show message dialog logged in. So we say basically, okay, 1 minute, I'm just gonna move this right there. Okay, so we say if rs.next, right? Basically we're saying if all of this works out greatly, if all of this works, well then we're gonna pop up a message and say, hey, you logged in, right? And that's pretty much it. Let me just do that. Okay, and then we say else. So if it's not true, then we do goption pane .show message dialog, and we say invalid details, please try again, and then we set the username and password back to we reset them, clear the text fields. I already talked about the catch. Next we have the finally. Now this finally, some say you need it, some say you don't, but I think you should have it. So after every single try catch block that you access a database, my advice to you is to do this finally, because what this does is it closes the RS, which was the result set, and it closes the prepare statement. It kind of prevents leaks and stuff. You could get errors. That's just all I can tell you. You can get errors. So I haven't had errors if I don't put them in, but I still put them in just in case. That's up to you. If you get an error, well then make sure you have this in. If you guys didn't see it, this is pretty much the code. So right there, yep, that's about it. Now let's go ahead and build and clean, or clean and build. Click run. Now I've got this application. So if I type in some nonsense, right, and I click login, well, it says invalid details, please try again. Okay, and notice it cleared them. Now let's do the right one, which is Zana, and my password was Zana. I'm going to click login. This should be right, and it says you're logged in. And if I type in something wrong, hey, invalid details, please try again. So as you can see, our login perfectly works. Literally all we have to do is when he gets the two, so when I type in my username and password right and I click login, instead of programming it to give us this, we can just open up a new window and then, you know, put other stuff in there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope I explained things as easy as possible. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Don't forget all your variables. Sorry, hold on. Don't forget all your variables like the connection. Don't forget this right in here. Right, don't forget that, and all your libraries. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please rate, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next tutorial. Peace.